That was a tough one. You're offering, we had a couple of neighborhoods in particular that were residential neighborhoods that were hit quite hard by the floods. And it wasn't the first time they'd been hit. So this was becoming a repeat experience for residents in those neighborhoods. And we saw an infusion of outside dollars that were intended to be deployed toward property buyouts. So we did explore that, and we ended up doing quite a lot of property buyout of primarily residential structures. Which is, gets a mixed reaction from people. Some people were glad to get it. They were devastated and glad to get a fair price for their home. We proceeded with the buyouts and took those off the tax rolls, but at the same time we were able to create new housing elsewhere that more than offset the loss of property taxes. But as a general matter, I think doing flood buyouts in a residential zone is not an easy answer. It's not an easy process either, and I think it takes years, if not decades, to come to fruition, because these are voluntary buyouts. You're trying to incentivize people to do it, and while some residents are glad to clear out, others are not. And even to this day, we have self-styled river rats who like their home along the river, are not troubled by periodic flooding, and don't want to be bought out. And you still have city infrastructure that has to serve those homes, but now you have fewer of those homes served by the same infrastructure. So I think it creates a period of limbo for a city going through this process.
I think I'd add one thing. We have two neighborhoods that were hit hard down by the river, Parkview Terrace and Idlewild. Idlewild is a condominium arrangement. So we've been able to buy out, 140 houses or something like that in Parkview Terrace. And it's been very successful, and no real property tax hit to the city or anything like that. Idlewild, because it's a condominium association, needed unanimous agreement?
100%.
From all of its condo owners. And they couldn't get that, so we couldn't buy out Idlewild. And that created a very complicated, difficult situation for us to deal with and for them to live with.